Cool. This is going really well. Just a good old-fashioned makeup tutorial today, friends. Couple of new makeup products, a lot of old makeup products, and hopefully a good old time. So if that sounds interesting to you, then you know the deal. Let's go ahead and do the YouTubey things. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and let's zoom in and get into it. Lids are primed, and what I'm gonna do, so after I film this video, I'm actually filming my Pat McGrath Labs like eyeshadow palettes re-ranking video because you guys have been asking for it. So I'm finally ready to refilm it with like, because I've gotten, I think I've actually gotten 3 new Pat McGrath eyeshadow palettes since my last ranking, so I'm gonna refilm that. Anyway, what I'm gonna do is basically just dip into a heap of different Pat McGrath eyeshadow palettes, so sorry if that annoys you because you like me to use one, but you know, you can obviously just recreate the look with any shadows that you have in your collection. You don't need these specifically, but I'm just gonna have a bit of fun with some Pat shadows basically. The first shadow that I'm actually going to dip into is this one from Huetopian Dream, which is like the kind of mauvey matte-ish type one. I'm just gonna take it on my Refa number 16 and I'm just going to blend it out through the crease and kind of do my squirreling motions, which is my technical, like my very technical makeup term for squiggling and swirling at the same time in the outer corner. And then I'll slowly bring it forward and we'll blend it on out shallowly. That's why I really like this brush, by the way, for this technique, because see how it's got the pointed domed bit at the top? Like, it's not domed, it's just, it comes to a point. So it means that you can like push that in as like your anchor point and then like squiggle and squeal, and it will do the blending for you while concentrating the color where you want it, because it has that like tapered point. If you don't have a brush like this, you can still do it, but this one will just do it a lot quicker and easier and seamlessly for you. I just want to quickly say, if this eye looks patchy at all, it's not the eyeshadow. I kind of got a little bit too crazy with some retinol recently and my skin is like actually peeling and my eye, I don't know why up here is peeling. I don't put my retinol there, but it is. So this eye is worse than this eye, and it's like right here. So if it looks patchy, it's not the eyeshadow, I swear. It's just my eyes at the moment. The next shadow that I'm actually going to dip into with my Refa number 14 is the brown from the Bridgerton collection palette. If you have all of the motherships except the Bridgerton one, like honestly, there's so many of these types of browns in nearly all of them, so just pick one that you like. And same kind of step, squirreling, bringing forward, just like deepening the crease, literally nothing revolutionary whatsoever. Next up, I'm going to go into Bronze Seduction. I told you I'm just playing with as many as I want to. And I'm going to dip into this dark brown shade right here on an R105. Again, just like use whatever shades you like. I'm actually going to go into the dark brown and the purple. I'm going to mix them together. And I'm going to tap them in the outer corner here and just kind of deepen the outer corner a bit, just a little bit. Not really bringing them inward, just on the outer corner. And then I'm going to have the Refa 14 brush that I was using with that matte from Bridgerton on it, and I'm just going to blend out that darker shade just to marry it, make it seamless, all of the things. Now I'm going to take my Pat Intensify stick and I'm just going to pop this all over the, well, almost all over the lid. Again, if you don't have this, that's totally fine. You don't necessarily need it. You can use nothing. You can use a concealer, a glitter glue. You can just wet your brush, whatever you like. So the shade that I'm going to go into now is this shade from Bridgerton. It is stunning. I love it so much. There is a shade in Divine Rose 1 actually that's quite similar. This one right here from Divine Rose 1 is quite similar, so if you do have Divine Rose 1 and not this one, you could use that. Up to you, pick any shade you like. Refa number 2, and I'm just going to tap this all over the lid. I just love how pigmented and easily this shade goes on as well. It's just so pretty. I don't know what it is about the shade, I just love it. Now I'm actually gonna go into this shadow right here from Divine Rose 2. And I know I'm not using any special shades actually, but I will in a minute. And I'm gonna actually tap this on the outer portion here, just to add a little dimension. Oh, that's pretty. I don't know if you guys can see that, but in real life it just adds this little pop of like cranberry. It's really nice. I like it a lot. I'm going to actually go into Bronze Seduction again. I'm gonna pick up this shade right here. I'm just gonna pick it up with my finger, just really lightly, and just tap this. Not over that cranberry shade we just put down, but over that Bridgerton shade. And just add a little sparkle pop. Can you guys see that? Oof. Actually really like how that looks. I'm just gonna dip into the black from Subliminal. There's a few palettes with a black in it, so just pick any. And I'm just going to tap this into the outer portion here. Just gonna like bring it down almost like a smoky kind of wing, but not a wing. Okay, so let's go ahead and leave the always here. We will move on to base and we will come back and finish them up. So let's go on to base. I'm gonna take my Chanel Eau Tint because I need some like soothing on my skin from that retinol. I think I moved on to like a stronger retinol and just did it too. Like you're supposed to slowly build it up and do that. I thought I could handle it. Just know, if you're ever questioning yourself about retinol and you're like, I can handle it, just know that the answer is that you can't handle it, okay? Just know that that's the answer. Don't even question it, that's the answer. I'm just taking my Tarte Poreless Primer and popping that on through the T-zone. I'm gonna take my NYX color correcting palette and I'm gonna mix, I think I'm actually just gonna mix these three today and see how we go with that concoction. And then I'll just take my Rare Beauty brush and tap this out. Alright, I'm gonna take my Uoma Say What foundation in T2N in Fair Lady and I'm just gonna pop it on the back of here. And then I've just got a Thrive Cosmetics sponge and I'm just going to pounce this out all over the face. Gosh, I love this foundation so much. I'm going to take my ABH concealer. I have the shade 5 and 3 and together they make a good color for me because apparently I don't have one in any concealer range. Maybe I need to get better at matching myself for concealer, honestly. Let's go ahead and move on to cream bronzer, and I actually purchased the new Rare Beauty cream bronzer stick. I have the shade Happy Soul. It's the second shade. The first one just looked a little bit too warm toned, and I think I've seen a lot of people in the reviews and stuff of this kind of talking about, I say a lot of people, I've watched like 2 or 3 videos of it, but I've seen a lot of people talking about how warm toned it is. But I think it's important to remember that like this is like called a cream bronzer stick, not a cream contour stick. So if it is a true kind of bronzer, it is going to be more like warm tonish leaning, or like not that true cool tony kind of look, which I do get that warm tones don't suit everybody, but it's just something to be mindful of. But it is like only 4 shades or something. I'm pretty sure it's 4 or 5 shades, so hopefully she expands on that because I doubt there's like enough for everybody, that's for sure. So I'm just going to pop this on. I will say this is like a really emollient kind of product. I actually quite enjoy this. I don't think it would work super well over powder if you're someone that does that, but it's quite lovely. I'm not sure if it was responsible for giving me this like massive breakout here, because after I tried this for the first time I got that breakout, so we'll soon find out. But I did have a look at the ingredients and I didn't see any coconut in it, so maybe it has something else, but who knows. But see how just like easy and soft it really does blend out here. Like it's Like, look, it just taps itself out. It's actually a really nice product, and it's probably one of the first Rare Beauty products I've tried where I'm like, this is really, really good. I wanted to get the loose powder as well, but that has coconut in it, so it's a no-go for moi. I'm also going to take the Rare Beauty liquid highlight. This is in the color Enchant. I actually forgot I owned this. So I'm just taking it on the back of my hand and working it into my sponge. And I'll just tap this over the highlights of my face as well. This will lift your foundation if you're not careful. That's why I'm not putting it on over powder, but even underneath powder, if you're not careful and you don't tap lightly and you use too much, it'll end horribly for you, I promise. So just be careful with it. The other product that I'm going to put on is this Milani Cream Blush. So I'm actually going to try putting this on with my sponge just because my skin is feeling a little bit off today. So I'm just going to put it on the back of my hand and like work it into the sponge. But this one doesn't go too good over powder either. So I'm just going to pop it on underneath. That is so pigmented, Jesus. And hope that this works out. Okay, I'm not even going to put any more product on because it is so pigmented. That looks really nice though. I'm into that. Okay, cool. Cool. Now I'm going to actually use my Pat McGrath Sublime Perfection blurring powders. So this is for my under eyes, and then this one's in the shade medium for the rest of my face. So I am actually going, normally I use, I'll use a brush first for this one. I'm just going to pick up some of this one. This is a Sigma F35. And I'll tap this underneath here and through the T-zone. And then I'm just going into the medium one. And again, picking it up on my powder puff, and I'll just lightly press this over the rest of the face. For powder bronzer, I'm going to use the Nabla Amber bronzer. So it's the Skin Bronzing Sun-Kissed Effect Bronzing Powder in the color Amber, because that's the name. And I'm just going to use my Units bronzer brush, and I'll just tap this where I want to bronze. I haven't used this in so long, the Bobbi Brown highlight in Pink Glow, so it's like this bricky one. I'm going to take just like an e.l.f. powder brush and just do that and just tap it on. Pretty. It's not my favorite highlight, but I like it. It's a classic. I like having the classics in my collection, you know? Pretty. Cool. This is going really well. Pat McGrath Electric Bloom. This is why I pretty much planned my whole look around using Electric Bloom today, because I just missed it. It's one of my faves. Just gonna take my Refa blush brush and just pick up a little bit because it is bright red. So we'll start small and we'll build. I think the best thing about the Refa blush brush is how smoothly and like diffused it really does apply product to the cheek. Like, it's hard to kind of go too overboard with it because it just diffuses so lovely. Setting spray, I'm going to go in with my Chartilbes. So I'll just spray my sponge. I'll give it a bit of a shoo. I'll spray this. Oh, that feels nice. My skin's so hot. Lower lash line. I'm actually just going to take that dark brown shade from Bridgerton on a little pencil brush here. This is a Refa number 3. I'll just run that like close to the lower lash line here. And I think that'll pretty much do the job. The black eyeshadow is kind of transferred perfectly underneath here, which is kind of funny, but it's worked out for the best. So I don't really need to do much. Bada bing, bada boom. And then since we're just in this palette, I'm just gonna take the champagne color for my inner corner, which obviously is like in nearly every palette, and you can just use any one that you want. Yeah, cool. I might even put some on the Brilliant. I never do that. I'm gonna take Charlotte Tilbury black eyeliner on the top waterline and Makeup Forever Endless Cacao on the lower waterline. And then I'm gonna put my Pat Dark Star mascara on, and I will come back and we will do lips together. Anyway, Caffeine from Makeup Forever, and I'm going to line my lips. And then I'm gonna take Charlotte Runway Royalty, and I'm gonna put it on like the outer portions. And then who remembers this little bad boy? MAC Creme de Nude, one of my faves, and I'm gonna pop that all through the center. Literally perfect. I'm gonna go style my hair. It won't be that exciting, don't get too excited about it. And then I will zoom back and show you guys the finished look, so just did your fee. All right, and this is the finished makeup look. What do we think? I really like it. This is honestly like such a me makeup look. I probably wouldn't wear this to work. If I was to wear this to work, I would honestly just not put the black eyeshadow on like I did. And then for me, this is a wearable look if I take that off. But with the black eyeshadow, it just makes it like a little bit more sultry. So like perfect for like a date night or going out with your peeps on the town, whatever the kids do these days. I don't know, generally I stay home and like eat takeaway and watch Netflix on the couch with a full face of glam, if I'm honest. Anyway, let me know what you think of the look. If you're watching till this point, you're an absolute legend. I truly, truly appreciate you. Thank you so much. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification bell, give it a little share if you liked it. Thank you so much if you do. I hope you have an amazing day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you next time. Bye. I sounded like Julia Fox in that interview meme that's going around, uncut gems. It actually lives rent-free in my mind. Uncut gems. Essentially, that's what I'm gonna do. But just get the hair off there.